the Biltmore Bowl. A year ago at this time, when we last gathered as a group, we essentially presented you a plan which focused on two new hardware platforms, Game Boy Advance and Nintendo GameCube. Well, today, both those platforms have been successfully launched into the three major world video game markets: Japan, North America, and Europe. And with the success of our Game Boy Advance business, our Game Boy business in North America has never been stronger. GameCube in this market currently is showing healthy momentum, and that's a function of retail inventories improving through the spring in combination with the rollout of some key games. And I think you've all now probably heard about our extraordinary launch of GameCube in Europe. We shipped 500,000 units at launch, and 80% sold through in the first week. And, yeah, that's true. And you've already heard some numbers about Europe from other sources. These are real numbers. So today now, as we look ahead to the next 12 months, our focus really shifts from hardware to software. And over the next 50 minutes or so, we'll be sharing with you the games that we believe will propel Nintendo to the #1 software share position in North America. We believe, and we hope you agree, that we have the finest lineup of games that we have ever brought to E3. In fact, we think that anyone has ever brought to E3. We will launch more major franchise titles in the next 9 months than in any 9-month period in Nintendo's history. And these games will include Mario and Zelda and Metroid and Star Fox. Game giants whose sales results will be measured in the millions of units. We do continue to recognize the critical importance that our third-party partners play in our overall business mix. So here to talk a little bit about that component of our business is Mr. Satoru Iwata.
Thank you, Peter. A year ago, I told you about the Nintendo difference, the strategy we have always used to guide our company. Aside from our own established stars, we announced a broad new agreement with Namco to bring 8 new titles to Game Boy Advance this year and 6 to Nintendo GameCube by end of next year. Included in those GameCube projects are not only Soul Calibur and 2 different role-playing games, but a wonderful shooting adventure starring Star Fox. Namco and Sega are both partners in development of the Triforce Board, a form of Nintendo GameCube technology that will power arcade games. And you are probably aware that Square and a subsidiary in Japan will be generating new titles for both Game Boy Advance and Nintendo GameCube. As all this indicates, our ties to independent third-party developers are now stronger than ever. And the strongest of all developers are working with Nintendo. But equally important is the growth of our talented and experienced internal development groups who are working on many groundbreaking projects. The combination of first, second, and third-party titles means more high-quality Nintendo games than ever before, and high-quality games for players of all ages. And Peter, why don't you show them what we mean?
Some of you have asked us to do perhaps a little more for the older, more mature gamers. Well, let me answer that question with this video, which is a collaboration between Nintendo and our partners at Retro Studios. Have a look.
experience that's out of this world. Metroid Prime. She's back.
The leading candidate for game of the show, so we'll be eager to get your feedback. At the same time, we clearly recognize that it will take more than just one game to convince you that we're really committed to this older demographic. So take a look at these next two, one from our partners at Silicon Knights and the other from our old friends at Capcom.
In the quiet town of Raccoon City, during summer of 1998, the truest nightmare began.
Barry!
What is it?
Look out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of it! What the hell is this thing?
I found Kenneth killed by this thing.
A mansion of terror, filled with booby traps, horrific mutant beasts, and flesh-eating zombies around every corner.
Oh, don't worry. I like the buddy system we have here.
STAR's Alpha Team members battle the undead in search of the missing Bravo team.
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing.
But what did happen to the Bravo team? Sent to investigate the mysterious happenings, they disappeared. Soon, you'll discover the truth. Lifelike visuals and gameplay guaranteed to evoke fear. Coming soon, Resident Evil 0. And available now, Resident Evil. Defeat your destiny and live. Who will make it out alive?
This June, the terror will consume you. Your eyes will deceive you. And nothing will be what it seems. A story centuries in the making. A thriller that blurs the line between reality and illusion. Eternal darkness.
I think that makes it perfectly clear. We will successfully compete for all gamers. We also happen to have a system in our lineup that has always had very broad-based appeal, and that's Game Boy. And currently, Game Boy Advance is the best-selling system in North America. And in fact, since its launch last June, it instantly became the fastest-selling system ever, and nothing has even come close. At this point in time, we have already sold through 6 million units, and by the time we all meet here next year, that number will more than double. Now, there's no question that Game Boy Advance benefits from being really the only viable system that allows you to take games with you when you leave your house. But at the same time, central to its success, as it has been for every gaming system, is its spectacular library. And by year end, that library will swell to over 300 games.
Yeah.
So over the next few days, you're going to hear us talking an awful lot about our game giants. And standing tall within that illustrious group is Game Boy Advance. Have a look.
Yes, we do have great Game Boy Advance software coming this year. But as we promised last year, you cannot understand the full power of Game Boy Advance until you connect it to Nintendo GameCube. This combination is at the heart of what we call connectivity and is central, we feel, to expanding the nature of video games. Of course, we are aware that for several years, most people in our industry have wanted to talk about only one new form of connection, online. And we agree that online games do hold promise. Online, nothing new to us at Nintendo. In Japan, the original NES was equipped with a modem and connected by phone line to become a network terminal back in 1988. Two large issues for online games that have existed since then. First, can everyone enjoy online gaming right now? And second, can they ever be profitable? As a manufacturer, we are moving to support our third-party licensees by refusing to take any portion of their online gaming fee. And we are pleased to see that the first online game for Nintendo GameCube, Sega's Phantasy Star Online, will therefore be shown this week and released in America later this fall. But for now, online is within reach of only a few gamers. But connectivity is within reach of everyone. Let me show you the game Animal Crossing, which after great success in Japan, will be released at retail in America this September. It begins demonstrating the true magic of Nintendo connectivity. Take a look.
This new GameCube game, Animal Crossing. It's so wild. You get to live in this cool village. Without your parents. And do all sorts of things that your parents won't let you do. Like get your own place. Or even get a job.
There'll be plane tickets to Paris.
It's like living in your own little town, where you get to decide what to do. Just imagine hanging out with your new friends. fruit and trees. That you can actually sell for bells. And that's the money they use in the village. You can then use these bells to buy cool stuff, like furniture for your new house. The most radical thing about Animal Crossing is that it's in real time. So when it's nighttime here, it's nighttime in the village. And the seasons even change in the village. When they change here. Whoa! I can also have up to 3 other people living in my village.
Hey! It's 4 o'clock. My turn.
Fortunately, I could save my village in this memory card. I could even plug in my memory card to a GameCube at my friend's house. And they can just hop on the train and visit my village.
Hey, Toby. Hey, Toby.
Hey guys, I know I told you we could play Animal Crossing, but I forgot.
I have an idea. Hey, Cindy, if you let us play, I'll let you design clothes for the characters in our village.
Deal. Nice work. I forgot to tell you, if you plug in your Game Boy Advance to the GameCube with this special Nintendo cable, you can unlock crazy functions in the game. My favorite, the island, which you can only unlock by having your Game Boy plugged in. Get this, you can download a bunch of NES games right into your Game Boy Advance.
Mom, are we ever gonna eat dinner?
And check this out, you can even sit in your Animal Crossing house and play video games inside the game.
Hey, Toby, you want to hear my new talent too?
Of course. Good thing I have an e-reader. You can swipe this card on your Game Boy Advance for more sweet extras. Like instantly updating your town's musical theme. Hey, let's get some new furniture.
I'm done designing the new clothes. Hey, change your spec! That's nothing. Watch this.
Oh, not bad, Cindy. You guys are in trouble. Run!
Animal Crossing, the e-reader card and the Nintendo GameCube Game Boy Advance cable. Only from Nintendo.
In Japan, the Animal Crossing audience is expanding in unexpected ways. At first, children would ask their parents to play along with them. But now, when the children go to bed, many of their parents just keep playing. How we define connectivity with Animal Crossing is just one approach. You will see very different ones from Sega, from Square, from Electronic Arts with their Harry Potter games. This approach not only has impact on gameplay, but also on sales. To repeat one example, when we can provide classic NES games for Game Boy Advance users just by downloading them from console software, that will do nothing but boost sales for both Nintendo GameCube and Game Boy Advance. And products using our wider applications of connectivity are on the way. The motion sensor technology we debuted last year in Kirby's Epic Tumble Returns, letting you throw your game back and forth between Game Boy Advance and Nintendo GameCube. In this application, the GameCube not only plays its own version of the software simultaneously, but uses the GBA as a controller with a motion sensor. And in a new version of Donkey Kong for Game Boy Advance, you can edit your own gameplay maps and poses on your GameCube and then transport them for play on your GBA. And with the new game, Stage Debut, you can use our exclusive GameEye device to put your own face right into the game. All this, we think, is both innovative and remarkable. It will quickly change the way we think about games. And of course, when the Wavebird wireless controller arrives next month, we will also change the way you connect to your console. No more cables on the living room floor. We believe connectivity creates an exciting new future for video games. But there is also great excitement this year on the GameCube itself. Right, Peter?
I said at the outset that we believe we have the strongest lineup of games that we've ever had for any console, and I'll probably say that 100 times this week. But these are amongst the most recognized and popular characters in the history of our industry. And we're going to lead off with one that is from the amazing artists at Rare, and this one truly is destined for a great stardom. Have a look. Starting tomorrow on the show floor, you'll see and play games that will appeal to, and these are first-party games, to younger players, to speed freaks, to extreme sports enthusiasts, and even those warped souls who prefer Mario's alter ego to the great plumber himself. So have a look at these.
agree that this is a very exciting group of games. But don't worry, we still have a couple more things to show you. I'd like you to look at Super Mario Sunshine.
On a tropical island, far from the Mushroom Kingdom, among a people enchanted by sunshine, Mario has taken a break from the hopping, the bopping, and saving the princess to take a well-deserved vacation. Or so he thinks. But this fall, something is amok in paradise. Throw fireballs at him, laugh at his mustache, but do not mess with his vacation.
Please welcome the man who created the Mario.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nintendo's own Shigeru Miyamoto.
I'd like to welcome all of you to Nintendo's presentation. As always, I'd like to ask dear President to translate. 今までから何度も言ってきましたけど、I've told you this many times before. This is the year that our leading characters really go to work in a number of new titles. So here I'm going to play a little bit more with our latest title. So here, I've got it working now, so let's play a little bit. Maybe we can get the game volume up a little bit higher there. So as you can see, we've got some of the same actions as well, but we've added a lot more as well. Head sliding, some typo blocking. As you can see, Mario can hover. Oh, good. Oh, that's close. As you can see here, Mario is spraying water around to clean up the sludge. There, a tree popped out of the ground. So he's spraying the water around. You can actually slide around in the sludge too. So I have to look closely. You know, Mario needs a cover to wash the sludge away. We've given him a lot of new jumps, like the spin jump. And of course, he's got his classic kick drop throw there. And as you can see, there's a leaf here. So first we'll screw around there to get Mario a little bit cleaner. Get up on the leaf there and use the water press to push the leaf around. In this is kind of the basic idea of the game. There are actually a lot of tricks and puzzles in the game like this. So I hope you're all looking forward to Mario's latest adventure. So yeah, that's Mario for you. But I do have something else for you today. I'd like to introduce you to a little friend of mine who you've all been so kind to talk so much about. Let's take a look at the Legend of Zelda.
Every game has a story. Only one is a legend. The legend is back. Join Link on a quest over land and sea through a vivid world of adventure unlike anything you've ever seen before. This year, the legend is reborn. Zelda.
Thank you. In my work, there have been many cases when I have not used graphically realistic expression. But I have always demanded the very nature of what we were expressing be based in reality. And with the design of the latest Zelda game, I truly feel we have created something that is both unique in look and that boasts a realistically expressive nature. So now I'm actually going to play it for you. So it's a little bit dark here. We're in a dungeon. As you can see, it's coming from the outside. So you've got the classic targeting system. This time, as you notice, the enemies drop their weapons. Link can actually pick them up and use them. And as we would expect, Okay, let's go a little bit deeper into the dungeon. I'm going to drop my staff here and use my Oh, what's that? Somebody's here. So, and it looks like he's dropped a sword there. I don't know where that went. Uh-oh. I can't find the sword. Is this it? No, that's a pop. Oh, it looks like I lost him with a sword play. So the screen's a little bit dark for me up here, so I'm having a hard time seeing, but I'm not sure where it went. So actually I was supposed to pick up that sword and break through a doorway up ahead, but I can't find the sword. But as you can see, it looks very beautiful in here. And you can link some new items as well. See, so if I had the bigger sword, I'd be able to break through that. Looks like it didn't go quite as well as I planned, but that's basically what Zelda's like. And all these graphics are being created in real time, and you'll actually be able to play about 5 levels of this tomorrow on the show floor. And there's actually some pretty funny scenes where Link picks up a barrel and kind of carries it over his head and does some hiding. So. But I think we've come quite away from the Ocarina of Time when we were just kind of moving images around on screen. I think that with the GameCube we finally have your very own cartoon that you can control however you want to. But while that may be the case, I have actually brought another Zelda game with me today. And it is the world's most compact network game. So we connect 4 Game Boy Advances for 4-player Zelda. And since I'm going to demo this for you today in 4-player mode, I'm going to need some help from the audience, I think. And I was thinking of trying to get somebody to come up here and help me. But as chance would have it, the man with whom I'm making this game, Mr. Okamoto, is here from Capcom today. So, Mr. Okamoto, if you can come out on stage, please. And as Mr. Iwata just introduced you, we are working on our Triforce board project. And we're doing this with both Sega and with Namco. If we can get the logo on screen, please. There we go. Triforce, Namco, Nintendo. And this is the name of our arcade system. And I'm really, really anxious to bring games like F-Zero and Star Fox to the arcades. And I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to have 4-player link play there as well. So I'd actually like to invite on stage from Sega, the man who is creating F-Zero for GameCube, Mr. Nakashi. And from Namco, the man who is creating the Star Fox shooting game, Mr. Haraguchi. Okay, let's start 4-player Zelda. As you can see, we've got some special switches here to require 2 people, 1 to step on each switch. So we'll cross the bridge and... I'm falling! So we're going to go down towards the bottom right there. That's all head down to the bottom right. And as you can see, we have a block here that 2 people have to push. Oh, but there's only 2 treasure chests. Ah! Uh-oh. Let's go over this way. Where should we go? Well, since Mr. Remote is playing with his friends, allow me to explain a little bit to you. The player who collects the most rupees in the match is going to end up being the winner. So really, this game is about both cooperation and competition. Oh! Looks like somebody really caught up. Okay, let's go back. This is the basic idea of the game. And I think that if we were to keep playing, then maybe I might actually lose, and I don't really want that to happen. So why don't we cut this short here? I mean, these three guys are really, really good at games. But, as you can see, there are even times when competitors can get together and cooperate once in a while. But, I don't know, maybe if you saw on screen, I think we may have been infighting a little bit there. Thank you very much. We're actually going to have Mr. Nakoshi stay on stage for just a moment here. I'm sure as you all know, Mr. Nakoshi from Sega is the creator of Super Monkey Ball and Daytona USA. And I understand that you're almost done with Super Monkey Ball 2. Ooh. Actually, you'll be able to play it on the show floor tomorrow, so I hope everybody will check it out. And as we introduced earlier, I understand you brought some demo scenes of F-Zero for Nintendo GameCube. So today we're showing a little bit shorter version today. Tomorrow on the show floor you'll be able to see a longer one. Take a look. Game giants amongst Nintendo games, and there are certainly game giants amongst those who create them. So in closing, as we look ahead now to the balance of this year, we are ready to meet every challenge. The needs of older gamers, the opening moves for online gaming, the conversion of connectivity from concept to real product, and a marketing program that sees us spending in the final 7 months of this year 25% more than we spent in the same time frame last year. And remember, last year we launched 2 new consoles. But at the end of the day, when you distill it all down, this remains a very simple business.
And it is today, as it's always been, about games, great games. So let's have one final look at a group of games that will comprise a portion of GameCube's 150 title library by year end. Have a look.